Hello everybody. Today we're doing, I'm Sandy Kellogg. I am an independent Optavia coach, and hello. We are doing, we've been reading through our life book in the Habits of Health educational system with Optavia, and we are on element 6 today. So we've been reading through each one of these elements, and we're going to make it all the way through this book. And along with this book, which is Dr. A's, Dr. A, we all call him Dr. A, Dr. Wayne Scott Andersen's educational system for us. And we've been reading through each one of his elements, and this book comes with a companion book that I'm not reading, but it's the research version of his book. So I've talked about that before in my previous elements. So if you're curious about that, I please would invite you to go back and look at elements 1 through 5 that we've already covered. So today we're doing element 6. So let's get started, and if you have any questions about this program, please feel free to reach out to me, and I would be more than happy to share with you what I have. Today we're doing element 6, your path to a healthy weight. So let's get started, and we're just reading right out of the book. So please follow along or listen as you are able. So how do you create a healthy weight? The answer is really embedded in the question. You create a healthy weight. You. I have this highlighted. You create the healthy weight. And that is what we are going to start doing for you in this element. In fact, the creative process will be at the center of all the key aspects of your transformation. The next 12 months are going to be exciting as we work together to install the key habits of health. Dr. A tells us it takes about a year to get through this book. And I think he means also with the companion book, as you're going back and forth between the two books, as he references his companion book, the idea is that you would pop back into that book. So yes, it would take a year to get through the book. The last 5 elements have set you up with the proper motivation and a clear understanding of where you're currently in terms of health and well-being, the well-being evaluation. You have decided which areas you're ready to work on and the outcomes you desire. In addition, you now understand the creative process and how we take those desired outcomes and place them in a structural tension chart to focus on what you want to create. We then determine the secondary choices that will take us to the desired outcome. We use the habit loop daily to install new choices and build the new behaviors that result in our improving health and well-being. And to leave nothing out of the big picture world that can catch you off guard, we have prepared you for real life getting in the way and have given you some skills and tools to work on to help you manage your emotions and the environment in a progressively skillful way. And hopefully you have one of our coaches who has been trained to help you successfully use your life book to progress towards a healthier and more fulfilled life. Over 45 million individuals in the U.S. go on a diet to lose weight each year, desperately seeking to shed the extra fat they have accumulated. For the vast majority, the decision is emotionally driven, triggered usually by a negative consequence. One of the way we look, the way our clothes fit, external pressure from those around us, or a potential looming medical issue. Feeling bloated, tired, and unhappy, most run to the latest weight loss fad and start what has become a series of attempts to get rid of their belly fat. These diets typically are a period of time where you restrict what you eat to force your body into a starvation mode, which is neither fun nor necessarily healthy. Approximately 85% of people who go on a diet gain all of their weight and then some back within 2 years. The only habit they create is the habit of dieting over and over again. It's insanity. Is this your story? I'm not reading from the book now, but is this your story? Because I know it's mine. And sorry, I touched my mic. I know it's mine, and so I think that's why this program has been so helpful for me, even as my weight has gone up and down is that I know that this program works and the education is sound. So in hopes of not yo-yo dieting anymore. Back to the book. Of course, if you restrict your calories and put very little in your body by dieting for a period of time, you will usually not always lose weight. But as soon as you stop and go back to the way you've always been, your body will seek to go back to its original size. Your improving weight management will be a byproduct of a simple baby step approach to creating overall optimal health and well-being. As outlined above, we have left nothing to chance, and our goal is to help you reach a healthy weight as part of a lifelong transformation. So let's get the story started. In the beginning of part 2.1 in Dr. A's Habits of Health, the Habits of a Healthy Weight Management, I outlined the different phases of weight management. Your weight management phase, and he's got a diagram, and it's going this direction. So the first picture is overweight and obese. Phase 1 is weight loss. Phase 2, healthy weight. Phase 3 is optimization. And then phase 4, which is what we're all striving for, is longevity. We will use 3 different measurements to assess your current phase in your weight management. You can do this on your own or have your coach help you figure out where you are starting in terms of your weight management. So the first one is body mass index. This is the gold standard because it is simplistic. When combined with your weight circumference, it provides an accurate measurement of where we are at a healthy weight. The chart below can help you quickly calculate your current BMI. You can also use one of our online calculators. So he's got a chart here with the BMI, and what you are looking at is height on the long axis. I can't remember what those are called. Long axis, and then weight. And where those intersect, it gives you your BMI number, and then it's color coded for obese, overweight, and then healthy and underweight. Then there's waist circumference. This allows us to evaluate the visceral or organ fat accumulation, and it is a very good indicator if your extra fat possesses a health challenge. To correctly measure waist circumference, stand and place a tape measure around your middle, just above your hip bones. Make sure the tape is horizontal around your waist. Keep the tape snug around your waist, but not compressing your skin. And measure your waist just after you breathe out. So he, again, shows a picture of where you should be measuring around your waist, which is usually around your belly button, or at your belly button. So your health is at risk if your waist is, for men, over 37 inches or 94 centimeters. For women, 31.5 inches or 80 centimeters. Next is body fat, which is an optional measurement. Tracking body fat, if you have an accurate source available, can offer a third source of measurement to assess your current weight management. It also helps you to see if you are losing fat and not muscle. Our Habits of Health programs are designed to minimize muscle loss. In phases 2 and 3 and 4, body composition becomes important to make sure you're building muscle and not just adding fat. For now, if you have access to a BOD pod, BODPOD, DEXA, DEXA, or someone who can help you use a set of skin calipers, then you can also use this number to determine your current phase. So he also has a graph on this page, which you can Google this to get this information as well. But it shows, based on the body fat measurement and your age, which is across the top here, and then if you're male or female, you then line yourself up and you'll know whether or not you're underweight, normal, overfat, obese, underfat, normal. Well, it's for each one, male and female. Which phase are you currently? Current reality, overweight or obese? this is the current state most people find themselves in. If you are like 2/3 of Americans, this is the current starting point of your journey. So if you have a BMI greater than 24.9, so with a BMI greater than 24.9 and a waist circumference and body fat, he's given us the breakdown for each one of them. It's hard to explain. It's easier just to see the grid. Hopefully that helps. And I've circled where I started from when I started the program. So we will start with a quick review of why you're here and then dive right into your weight loss phase. So phase 1, until your BMI is less than 25, until your waist circumference for males is less than 37 or females is less than 31.5, and until your body fat measurement, which is optional, males are less than 18% and females are 25%. You're in phase 1. So until you reach those numbers that I just spewed off, you should be in the weight loss phase. So again, a BMI of less than 25 or 25 or less. For males, a waist circumference of 37 or less, and for females, it's 31.5. And if you're doing the body fat measurement, males are 18% or less, females are 25% or less. We will provide a couple of options to choose from to guide your weight loss journey. Phase 2 is healthy weight, which are for those people who have met the numbers that we've just talked about. So then you're in phase 2. The general guidelines for healthy weight is a body mass index or a BMI of 24.9 and a waist circumference of 32.5 inches for females, for women, and 37 inches or less than 37 inches for men. Having a healthy fat composition is also important. It is age dependent, but as a general guideline, we will want to lower our body fat to less than 25% for females and 18% for men. We will move you into eating healthy for life. This will lead you into the second macro habit, which is healthy eating and hydration. So once you have reached those numbers and you have sustained those numbers and not started to gain weight or continue to lose weight or lose inches, etc., you found that nice spot where you can just sit at and not gain or lose, then you're considered in phase 3, which is optimization. So again, the numbers are all the same, but you're now maintaining and you're optimizing your life. This is an exciting phase when you will modify your food intake and energy expenditures to optimize your health and well-being for your age and lifestyle. So the last part is after optimization, and after you've managed all the macro habits, then your phase 4, which is longevity. So in this case, the numbers have changed a little bit. You have a BMI of 21 to 24.9, and waist circumference for male is 32 or less. For females is 29 or less. And if you're measuring your body fat percentage, males are 12% or less, and females are between 17 and 22%. In the third part of the book, once you have optimized your health, you'll explore the things you can do to create ultra health and potentially live a longer, healthier life. So then he's got a place in our book. So remember this book, if you've been listening to my elements, this is our journal book that we can write about ourselves as we're answering the questions and following the prompts that Dr. A has given us. So the next piece was, what is your current phase? So you write down my BMI is, by using the calculations, my waist circumference is, and my body fat is, whatever that happens to be, and then just keep documenting that as you move through the program. The phase you are currently in is just that, a phase. You will move through as you get better at managing your weight. Do not get caught up on the absolute numbers of exactly what weight gives you a BMI of under 25. It is a target which for most will seem far off as you start, but over time will seem much more doable. In fact, for now, write down how much weight you would like to lose. Write down a time in your life when you were healthier. What has changed between now and then? Write down what it would be like to be back to that healthy weight and well-being again in terms of how you feel, what you can do, how you connect with your friends and family. Is there anything else you want to write down now that you know where you are going and why? Then, creating your first structural tension chart for weight management. We laid out how to create a structural tension chart in element 3. Go back and watch that video if you can't remember how we did that, because we really described it and gave you examples of how to create a tension chart. So how do you create what you want? That's the name of the element. And part 1.3 and part 1.4 in Dr. A's Habits of Health, we went into much greater detail about the power of this advancing structure in terms of your creating a sustainable transformation in your weight and health. In the desired result space of the following page, write down your healthy weight goal, and in the current reality space, write down your current weight. You should also put a date when you would like to be at your goal weight, although at this time it is really just an estimate. You will have many actions and steps that you will add to your secondary choices as we design the series of habits that will support you to reach and optimize your weight management. For now, you can see the secondary choices or action steps I put down in my example as key tactics to create long-term weight management. We will explore these essential habits in the coming elements. You can fill in these secondary choices now or work with your coach on them. You can continue to add to the list as we build your new story. So again, using the structural tension chart that we did before is, what is your current reality? Next is, what are your secondary choices you're going to do to modify that current reality to meet the goal that you want or your desired results? So he gave an example of overweight, 195 pounds, muffin top, and 35 inches, which if you remember when we were doing element 3, those are the same ones. His secondary choices were portion control of 6 meals a day, eating breakfast every day, eating low glycemic carbs only, eating a lean and green daily, and 8 glasses of water daily. And his desired results were being healthy, a weight of 175 pounds, and a waist of 33 inches. Summary. As we conclude this element, it should be much clearer for you now how you can create a healthy weight without going on a diet. In fact, in the space provided below, write down the key differences in how we are structuring your path to a healthy weight and share your reflections below with your coach. Remember to review this often, so he gives us space to write that in. 3 key points in creating a healthy weight. Please spend some time and reflect on each of these key points, what these key points means to you at this stage of your journey, and make some notes to yourself. Also, share and review this with your coach. 1. Your focus will be on building health, which is something you really want to create. This will motivate you each day. Remember, when you feel a little better, a problem caused by emotional conflict will lose its energy, and you will be much more likely to quit. 2. You will use structural tension to help you move from your current weight to your healthy weight. This will set up the actions to make this a reality. And so after 1 and after 2, he's provided a place to write some notes, some thoughts about that. 3, same thing. Your healthy weight will be built on learning a series of new habits, which will create new behaviors that will make managing your weight much easier. Unlike willpower, which cannot be counted on during tough days, habits actually transform your previous actions into an automated state of new choices that require little thought and yet support long-term health. Again, notes. Starting in element 7, creating a leptogenic world, we shall develop our secondary choices or habits of health that will be an integral in developing your mastery of the macro habit of healthy weight management. And that, my friends, is the end of element 6. Next, we'll be putting up element 7, which is creating a leptogenic world, like he mentioned. Again, all of these measurements, the BMI, waist circumference, body fat percentage, can be Googled and found, the charts found on the internet. If you are needing help calculating or measuring, or what do the measurements mean, all of those charts can be found on the internet. If you have any questions about what we're doing, please reach out and I will help you try to figure out what your numbers are together with you. So anyway, that concludes this element. I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I will get this posted as quickly as I can on YouTube and shared with my clients. And then, of course, my YouTube channel is public, so anybody can find it. And if you want to share it to your friends, please do so. I hope you've enjoyed this element, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.